Welcome to... I said no gifts. Why did I go so long? That's fine. I can do that. You know, occasionally you have to build up suspense, and that was the big attempt on my part. I'm trying to make this a more tense show, make it more thrilling, have your heart pounding throughout. So I hope that set you off, and now you're in a bad mood the rest of the time. I'm Bridger Winegar. This is I Said No Gifts. We're here. What's going on? I was just absolutely boiling over with anxiety all morning, and so I got myself a coffee, and we'll see where this leads. What's happening? I'm still watching Little House on the Prairie. We're watching that in my home. I've got a big episode to recommend. It's called The Raccoon. If I cannot recommend an episode of television more than The Raccoon on Little House on the Prairie. If you want an hour of television where you, the entire time, are afraid a little girl's going to get her face ripped off, this is the episode of TV for you. You've got to see this thing. You don't have to watch the rest of it. I mean, I recommend it. I'm having a great time. But this thing, unlike any piece of recorded media I have ever seen, the work that the raccoon is doing, the danger that every living being is in on this episode it's unlike anything I've ever seen or experienced. So get into it. What else is going on? Summer. By the time this is released, I think summer will basically be here. June. Summer's happening. School's out. What happens in the summer? We're going to the beach. We're roller skating. I'll be... come September, I'll be in the 8th grade. So there's that. Patreon is still happening. We always have to remind you, Patreon, go to patreon.com/I Said No Gifts. We're recording exclusive episodes in the backyard. We're having the time of our life. I may have posted a picture without a shirt on. There's all sorts of erotic things happening on the Patreon. Not really. Don't get your hopes up. But go over there, support the podcast, do what you will. Thank you to everyone that's already doing it. And if you haven't already done it, I'll look the other way. Okay, is there anything else? I'm looking at my business that I need to talk about. I tried listening to a sleeping podcast last night when I woke up at 2 a.m. It was too engaging. It was too coherent. I was able to just follow along, and that's not a good sleeping podcast because then I just am listening. I won't even mention what it was called. I don't want to give them any business. Oh, is there anything? No, I've gone on too long. We have to get into the episode. I adore today's guest. Everyone adores today's guest. It's Angela Giarratana. Angela.
I'm obsessed with you. I've been holding my tongue over here. What's the raccoon?
Oh, my God. Have you ever seen any Little House on the Prairie?
Okay, I used to. And I honestly can't believe you're rewatching it because I saw that there's a reboot.
There's a new one, and not to brag, I started watching it before I knew there was a reboot. It just kind of, just was, something spoke to me. A quiet voice came to me and said,
"Reboot's coming.
The reboot's coming. Get ready before the reboot ruins the franchise."
Yes.
You get into it. So I've now watched probably 12 episodes.
And the raccoon.
The raccoon episode. It is called The Raccoon. And it starts with Laura Ingalls Wilder. Her, is that the name? Oh, God, now I'm a fraud.
I bet you know the raccoon's name.
Yeah.
Raccoon.
Oh, Jasper. Jasper.
Oh, my God. Is it a pet?
It becomes a pet, and then it becomes... I don't want to give away too much.
Okay, I'll just watch it.
There may be some betrayal. There may be some heartbreak. There may be rabies. And there might also be a big surprise. It's got it all. And this is all happening in the early 70s, and the raccoon is... Let's be very clear, a real raccoon the entire time.
Shut up.
And the little girl is holding it close to her face. They've got the raccoon chasing chickens. They've got the raccoon fighting with a dog.
How'd they get all that?
They just threw the raccoon in front of all of these things and said, go for it, I guess. But I think it's like a partially trained raccoon.
Must have been.
But it's also, maybe they were using so many raccoons. This is where I'm always a rube, where I'm like, well, that certainly is just one raccoon.
There's like 3 on standby.
Yeah, of course. And one of them, I think, is a wild raccoon, because how else do you get to chase the chickens?
100%. You need one that's
that's ready to kill a chicken.
and that can't be the one the kid's holding.
No, because then it would have ripped the kid's face off.
We need behind the scenes.
Oh, I would love nothing more than behind the scenes of the raccoon.
I'm about to sneeze. I think it's because we're talking about a raccoon. and it
Are
feels
you
like
allergic? You're
I
allergic
don't know,
to
it just feels
raccoon?
like a thing that would
I've
make
got a
you
raccoon
sneeze.
allergy.
See, no, it's gone because I brought attention to it.
But it's a must see. Must see. The rest of the series also a must see.
Okay.
But this one is a good starting point.
Are they each like little bottleneck episodes?
They're everything's pretty individual. They don't really
Not a lot of
flow
plot.
into each other as much. You know, you learn of new characters as each episode goes by, and those characters will show up.
Yeah.
But there's one character in particular named Nellie Olson, who's the little girl, the rich girl.
It rings a bell. Oh, the little rich girl.
Yeah. And she's an outstanding character. And I can't imagine they're going to nail her with the reboot. It's a big challenge. And they're not going to do the raccoon. There's no way they're bringing a real raccoon into the new
No.
series. It'll be a CGI raccoon.
Oh, it'll be an AI raccoon. That sucks.
An AI raccoon.
That sucks.
Machine learning brings a raccoon into
Yeah.
Netflix. So we'll see how then maybe it'll be great. You know?
I
Maybe-
can't wait.
I don't know. What's going on with you?
I first of all, the sleeping podcast. I've been thinking about trying to get into those because I need sound on when I sleep. Do you need something?
I don't usually.
You're one of those good ones.
I'm one of the good ones. I'm one of the angels.
You're one of the angels that like your mom probably I don't know, whoever put you to bed let you sit in the silence. I had shit blasting.
Like what?
Anything. It was all white noise growing up.
White noise.
Or just anything. I don't know why, but my mom was like, it can't be quiet. It's gotta
Interesting.
be. Yeah. When
She
we were going to
needed
sleep.
it for her sleep.
Yeah, or maybe she just was watching TV. So me and my brother, but it was we were never going to bed without the TV on.
Oh, that sounds incredible.
I know, but it
Filling
makes
your
me now
brain.
I cannot go to sleep.
So what are you putting on now?
So here's the thing: is I've been okay. So here's the problem, Bridger. Is if it's too exciting,
Right.
it's not happening, right?
Of course.
But then if I watch I have to watch something I just watched.
Oh, interesting.
Like I was-
within the last day?
Almost. I was going to I was doing Sex in the City episodes, but those were
Okay.
still because I could literally fall asleep listening to her talk, or Seinfeld. But then I was still oh, I actually want to see what happens.
Yeah,
here.
of course.
I want to see if they find their car in the parking garage. And then it wasn't working, so now I'm dark documentaries is what puts me to sleep.
Such as
The Karen Reed doc that's happening right now about her retrial. It's just
who's Karen Reed?
she's being framed for the murder of a police officer.
Oh, Karen.
And I'm going to sleep to that. I don't know what it is, but it needs to be it can't be comedy. It has to be dark, a dark Kate Winslet drama.
Oh, sure.
I'm right to sleep.
What's the Pennsylvania one? What's she? She's Mayor of Easttown.
Oh, yeah. That's a lullaby to
go.
me. Literally, a woman smoking monotone being I've had this case for 15 years. I'm out.
You can smell the stale coffee in the
100%.
air.
And then I'm asleep.
Did you finish that series?
Yeah.
I loved it until we found out who the
It was the
murderer
friend?
was. It was the teen boy. It was the teen
Yes!
boy. We really gave that away, so my apologies to everybody.
Major spoiler
But
alert for an old HBO Max show, The Mayor of Easttown.
You should have seen it. It was excellent. She was great.
I forgot that at the end you're finally we learned who the murderer was. And then it was no, actually, it was this kid.
Yeah, it was this whole thing where it's oh, it's him. Oh, no, it's him covering up for him. And I was just okay.
All right, guys, we're done. Call it.
Don't drag me through the teen boys drama.
No, I don't want to go to the
thank
school.
you. No.
Well, now I feel bad.
Yeah, I just wanted it to be a villainous adult.
I just want it to be a stupid white man.
Send him to the chair.
Yes, bye. And now we're looking at this kid playing basketball and you're he's misunderstood.
Yes, he wasn't raised properly. He was raised in an atmosphere that led to this horrible consequence.
Yes.
And now we all have to look at ourselves.
Yes, and now I have to put my phone down.
Yeah.
Because maybe it was tech that ruined this
It
kid.
probably was tech. Did you watch the other show, the new thing on Netflix?
The One Take Wonder.
The One Take Wonder. That's the name of the show.
It's a one-take wonder, adolescents. I like one-shots when it's like Broadway, and they're like how SNL
dancing.
is like, follow Jimmy Fallon through the dressing room. This, not that.
No. It's suffocating.
Yeah.
It's. I wasn't able to finish it because, I was impressed. I thought, wow, the drama, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I was too impressed. I was dazzled. I'm sitting there watching this. I'm dazzled. I don't think that's a feeling you want.
Honey, turn this off. I'm too dazzled.
This is way too glamorous. It became very depressing. And also, it's weird when they're doing these. First of all, I'm not impressed. I'm not that impressed.
Okay.
At this point in time.
By the one shot of it all, or?
I don't care. I truly don't care about the one shot, the one take. We have too much technology to make it easy. First of all. Second of all, I'm annoyed on behalf of everyone having to do it. Like,
you're so right. Like, I'm not going to be impressed by the drone that's flying over
who
the school.
cares?
I want to be impressed by the human body.
Yes. Like show me more of the human body.
Yeah, I want someone to hold a camera, shots of like a cameraman like running and it's on their body. And they're like, that stuff I'll like.
Which is happening, I guess, during this thing because there's one guy. But I'm just annoyed on the behalf of everyone. It's like there was too much planning. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? It's not.
No, you're right. I like it if it's like people dancing in feathers.
There we go.
Like
when
a
we're
hairspray
dancing.
moment. Like how theatrical this is. It's happening one time. But like a sad detective being like,
who cares? Truly, unless somebody's dancing, unless there's a full choreographed number, let's do several different takes.
We had like a choreographed earthquake drill or a fire drill or
come
something.
on.
And that was the closest we got to an ensemble was the kids.
No, cut to a different shot.
Just cut.
I don't need the long take. I don't need the stress of being like, well, what if they don't nail their line?
Honestly, it's like, just cut. I won't even notice.
No one cares. It's for the buzz. We're trying to build
it's
buzz.
For that one Instagram reel I saw, and they go, "This is how we did it."
Okay.
Well, that was good. The show isn't.
The show stinks.
I'll watch the BTS. I'll watch the Steadicam guy be like, "I need a water."
You should never be more interested in the BTS.
Boom.
There we go. I think we've really boiled this down.
If you're ever making something and you're like, is it more interesting to see how I made this?
Then
put the pencil down.
You have failed. Go back to the drawing board and make the show more interesting. I'm sorry. I've said it before. I'll say it again.
I can't believe you didn't finish it.
Well, you find out kind of, it's just like, oh, right. Things are horrible.
See, even if something's bad, I got to finish it.
You do.
Yeah.
This is in the last few years, I finally just said to myself, you don't have to. You're halfway through that book and you've hated every moment of it.
Powerful.
Stop.
Just stop.
What are you going to get?
Because it's always, I think it's especially when I'm taking some type of media that's got a lot of buzz. I'm like, I have to stay. Because at some fucking moment, I'm going to go, now I get the buzz.
Right. And then you'll be part of the conversation.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to speak to it. Whereas I just have to kind of step back and say, everybody else have your fun. Once again, I'm on the outside looking in.
Well, you know what? I'm actually full. You guys dig in.
What's the worst thing you've watched or consumed all the way through, despite being like, that won't get you in trouble?
No, 100%. Let me think. Well, I like watching bad TV.
Sure.
Like, I'm a reality TV.
Oh,
girly.
right, of course.
And I don't know if that's a response because TV's gotten too good.
Right.
But I actually don't want a lot of twists and turns. I want to watch like menopausal women yell. That actually is like heaven.
Oh, that feels great. Are you kidding me?
Like for some reason, I don't know what happened, but like I was like, I actually don't want to watch comedy anymore.
Oh, I
want to
know that
watch
feeling.
like real shit.
Yes.
Even if it's like the Vanderpump cast just getting drunk. Like I don't know why. It makes me feel sad because I'm a comedian and I love comedy.
That's okay.
But I don't want to watch something that's like, wow, that was the best joke. Wow. What a series. What a cast. I actually, that now makes me go, I don't know why. It's actually so sad.
No, I think that's a common thing among people in comedy. You kind of just like, I think you ruin it for yourself. And then I think at some point you know too much. And you've experienced too much of it where you like, it's a tolerance thing.
Yeah. Or in my case, I don't know too much. It just is like, Watching it's like, wow, it's a lot of magic. Wow, they're amazing. And I actually like, it's so exciting to watch someone be funny when they don't know it. Like all these women.
Wow.
And they
it's
have
incredible.
no fucking clue.
Some of the funniest people alive on these reality shows.
And they're just, it's like a cheetah out of the cage. Just let it run. And it's crazy to me.
Yes.
I'll watch that forever.
Is Vanderpump your favorite?
No, I'd say Real Housewives of New York. is
New
my
York,
favorite.
canceled. Say goodbye.
It's because I'd cancel Seinfeld too if we took away Jerry and Elaine and we brought in, I don't fucking know, some other ladies. Not even
who are the Jerry and Elaine of NYC?
I mean Bethany.
Bethany,
Frankel.
okay, of course.
I could watch her forever. And Sonia Morgan.
Oh, I don't know Sonia Morgan.
Oh my God, get ready. I'm gonna send you so many stupid videos.
Please.
Just a woman, just a woman in madness. Spinning out.
What? So did they just go their own way, or?
Yeah, I mean, at some point they get bigger than the show.
Of course, right.
Yeah, and then they
they're
all, I
stealing
think,
focus.
My theory is they all get the same lawyer, so then they all know what's on each other's contract.
Oh, right. The one most unprofessional lawyer possible who's not keeping anything to himself.
Yes,
or
that's
herself.
like, I Snapchatted you pictures of it. We have no paper trail. That's what I think happened with the Jersey Shore cast, because I also love Jersey Shore. That's a bad show that I
Jersey
watch.
Shore, did they try to reboot it?
Yeah, they're currently still in their reboot phase.
And they're airing the reboot.
Yeah.
And the original cast?
Yeah.
Oh, that's got to be
And they're like
tough.
married and sober and not interesting
that's
anymore.
the opposite of what that show is. They
I
all work in
know.
a library.
I know. And they're like, look at Ronnie. He's got his whole life together. Meet his wife. It's like, no, I want to see Ronnie like get wasted and like down a cinnamon roll in one bite.
I want everyone to be on the edge of death.
Yes.
Just like someone could die on camera.
In the early 2000s.
In the early 2000s.
That's
yes.
it. That's
Trucker
a period
hats.
piece to me. Yes. So I'd say that, sorry to be long-winded, I'm drinking way too much coffee. I also had an anxious morning and drinking a lot of coffee.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're kidding.
We're both just spiraling here, spinning out in the biggest possible way.
And why does anxiety make you tired so then you want coffee?
Yeah.
And then it makes you even worse.
It's a very poisonous cycle.
Awful.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Right? Am I supposed to sleep? Well, I can't.
No, I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to try to listen to a sleep podcast. It was about the history of time. I'll say that.
It was the history
Which
of time.
that's an interesting thing.
I'm going to sleep already. Let me hear about it. Just the history of what? Clocks?
Everything. We're starting, Stonehenge.
Oh God.
Don't look me in the eye and tell me you don't want to learn about Stonehenge and early sundials.
See, that makes me bored in a way that's not tired. I'm just bored and mad.
Yeah, if I'm angry and I'm thinking about leaving a bad review, I'm writing the review in my head. I'm not going to sleep.
Now you're in a creative space.
Yeah, I'm in a very deeply creative space. I'm brainstorming. I'm writing down, these little thoughts here and there.
You're like, already too interesting. So Stonehenge, wow.
Stonehenge, yeah, it's, they don't have Stonehenge. Now, Stonehenge,
well, you learn something
that's the
every
name
day.
of a new nursery, like a local nursery.
Stonehenge.
Yes. I'm opening a plant store near Stonehenge called Stonehenge. Or that could be a hedge maze.
I always thought it was hedge.
Now I'm second guessing myself, but I'm pretty
No,
sure
I think
it's
you're right.
Stonehenge.
I think you're right.
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge. Okay. A fun bar. Stud.
Oh,
Hedge.
Studhedge. And now we're so far removed from the name.
Don't even know it's a Stonehenge.
Do they know what Stonehenge is? Stonehenge. That's like a luggage store or something, or a storage facility.
Oh yeah.
Stonehenge.
Yeah. Now I'm going too far.
No, Stonehenge. Oh, geez.
Now we're caught up in our 5 different.
And then I only
businesses.
got as far as early Egypt and their sundials, and
Was the voice sleepy?
kind of no more than what? Have you ever heard In Our Time, that podcast?
Yes.
That level of sleep.
Okay.
But I could probably fall asleep to In Our Time better because they get into topics that become probably above my reading comprehension.
Yes, and you're
I'm
like,
well,
now
a
I'm just barely
moron.
hanging on.
Yeah, I can barely understand what we're talking about. And it's like 6 British people with quiet, polite voices.
Yeah, you want to like chase your tail till you get tired.
Yeah, exactly.
And be like, what are they talking about?
Yes, that's what I need.
Okay,
I don't need
well.
elementary level history on
No.
time. Because I can keep up. Leave me in the dust.
Next. One shot. Next.
Well, I don't want to keep talking about that because I don't want to give them any more press.
No.
I would give In Our Time more press. I think that's a good podcast.
Yeah.
But there's something else I need to talk to you about.
Yeah, sure.
I don't want, obviously. The last thing I want to do is talk about this or bring it up, but I feel like it's unavoidable at this point. I was excited to have you here on the podcast today.
Yeah, I was so excited.
I thought Angela's wonderful. How could anything possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
It's going to be a perfect record, and then I'll move on with my day. Angela will move on with her day. No bad feelings. So I was a little surprised. I look at you as a professional. I assume you kind of know how the industry works. You show up and do your job. And I do consider you being here a job.
Yeah, and you do what you're told.
The podcast is called I Said No Gifts.
Mm.
I think I would hope you know the title of the podcast you're coming to. I'm sure you got emails, messages. Yeah. So I was a little surprised when I heard you screech into the parking lot, and I looked out the window, and I saw you kind of trotting into the studio holding what could not more clearly be a gift bag. This beautiful kind of brown paper bag. The podcast is called I Said No Gifts.
Sure.
Is this a gift from me?
Yeah.
I like a quiet confidence.
Yeah. It's a gift for you, Bridger.
Okay, well, I don't know what to say. Should I open it here on the podcast? Should I save it for later?
No, I think you should open it now. Listen, I'm Italian. I can't show up somewhere without something to give.
You people.
It just feels wrong for me to not have something in my hand.
And I can say you people because I'm in a relationship with an Italian.
Oh, that's fun.
I have a free pass.
You do. You have a single rider
Criticize
pass.
Italians.
Yeah, you could do that.
I do it all the time at home. Why can't I bring it to the office?
Do it on mic.
Do it on mic. Well, should I open it here?
Yeah, I think you should.
Okay, let's reach into I don't even have to reach in.
Yes, one's popping out.
Bridger, I'm so sorry, but it's blocking your face.
That's
so
okay.
huge.
Annalise, I'm in control here. I'm allowing this to block my face for a minute. My face can be blocked. Sometimes people are like, thank God his face is being blocked. I can finally look right at the video rather than
time coding where he blocked his face so you can watch it.
We're leaving all of this in. Listener, if you're just listening, now you can tune in because there's a moment where you don't have to look at my face. Viewer, you're welcome that you don't have to look at my face for a minute, but now we're going to pull this out. What?
I painted that.
You painted this? Why I'm not acting that surprised. Of course.
What? How can you find the human brushstroke on that? It looks like it's always been
This
there.
looks like you printed this at FedEx Kinko. This is gorgeous.
I paint a lot.
Okay.
And my paintings never see the light of day.
How often are you painting?
A lot.
Listener, if you're not watching, it's a painting of a kind of an orange little person in a pink boot, blue pant, and pink shirt.
Yeah.
Kind of a turtleneck short sleeve.
I cannot believe I brought this, to be honest.
I'm thrilled you brought this.
So I love painting, and I feel like everyone is so good about talking about their hobbies, and I just am not, because I think when people... I'm like, oh, I like to paint. Mm-hmm. People think...
We're going to put this down for a moment.
Yeah, we can stick on this for a bit, because this is
so I think we should talk about this.
Yeah. People are like, oh, like, do you post your paints? Mm-hmm. And I'm like trying to bridge that gap. But I don't think anyone's expecting I'm making like balloon people. Like, what is this, Bridger? Like,
I love this. It's got a distinct style to it. This is like somebody this feels intentional. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. So I recently moved, and I've just been keeping all my paintings just in a big pile.
Right.
So then when I moved, I was like, oh, maybe I hang up some of my old ones. And I was going through them, and I was like, oh my God. There's nothing artistic, funny, or anything about this.
What are
to
you
me.
talking about? Well, to you. I think that's when somebody makes their own thing, I think that's a common feeling.
Yeah, but not like this.
What
But
are you
maybe you're right.
talking
Maybe you're
about?
right. I don't know, but I'm trying to get out there more with my
Right.
work.
It's hard. I understand that feeling.
But I don't want to believe in it, and I
Of
don't
course.
believe in it. And I'm not doing that in a way like where I'm like, I'm too scared of how good I am. This is just a balloon man with Uggs on. What was going through my brain when I painted this? I don't know. It's usually when I watch Bravo and I like to
Okay.
paint.
Oh, how long have you been painting for?
I mean, when I was a kid, I used to be like, I'm gonna be a painter.
Oh, really?
And then I think it was during the pandemic. It was like a couple boyfriends ago. For some
Okay.
reason, everyone buys me paints because I say that I love painting so much, but then I don't really.
That sounds kind of annoying.
Yeah. So now I just have a lot of paints.
Of course you do.
And that's just get gifts, just like you know. So I got really into it during the pandemic when everyone
Right.
was making bread.
Sure.
I was making these little guys.
And how many do you think you've made?
I have so many. And I saved you and didn't bring you one on a canvas.
You did canvas.
I have so many, and those are bulky.
How big are they?
I have some that are really big,
Oh
and they're
my God.
bad, Bridger. I should have brought you a big fat one.
Will you send me some pictures to share?
Yeah.
If you want.
No, I think this is good
If
because
you
I went,
want.
how could I just get rid of these in a funny, good way?
Right.
Why not bring it on a visual
Yeah, it kind of
pod?
forces it out into the world.
Yeah.
A little therapeutic in a way.
And it's kind of just like, yeah, there's another
Tell
one in
me
there
about
for
this.
you, I will
Okay.
say.
You turn on the TV and is it like, oh, I'm bored, I'm going to start painting? Or is it like setting up the what is this called that you paint?
easel?
The easel.
No, I'm usually on the ground.
Okay, you're on the ground.
Yeah, hunching
All right.
over like a grandma.
I'm worried about your floor.
Yeah, and me too.
Nothing underneath.
There's paint on it.
Okay, there is paint on it.
Yeah. But now I've been putting down, like a cardboard box.
Okay.
Couldn't get an easel.
Couldn't.
Don't even try.
An easel feels like a bit of an affect.
Right.
It's a
And I'm
little
like, could you imagine this on an easel?
Sure.
Because if I got an easel, Bridger, then I'd have to paint well.
Well, no, I don't think so.
Anytime you see someone standing in front of an easel, you're like, oh, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, if there's like a reveal from behind
Yeah.
to the front of the easel and it's like a mess.
It's like,
that's a good-
exactly. I want to paint like a kid is like getting busy work at Sunday school or something.
I love that feeling. I love, years ago I had like a real craving to draw with crayons, and I went and bought a massive box of crayons, and then the feeling went away and they just stayed in my closet. But I know that feeling of like, it's just satisfying. There's like, there's low pressure. The stakes are not that high.
Yeah.
And if it ends up bad, you can just throw it away or something.
Truly. Like, I want to do this in a sense where it's like your parents are like, go upstairs and be busy for a second. Like, you know what I mean? I just need to like do that to my brain.
Right. But for me, when I'm drawing, if I'm sincerely trying, there's a fear that someone's going to see and I'm going to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Do you have that feeling?
So that's what I tried to like lose during the pandemic, where I was like, just paint as much as you can
Right.
forever. And then you stop thinking, like, what even is this as you go?
Right.
Because there was no beginning idea to him or her.
Oh, so you just started.
Or whatever. So I think it was in the middle of that pile during the pandemic where I had let go of the result.
Okay.
And if this doesn't say that I let go of the result, I don't know what does. But that was a freeing place to be.
Right, of course. And so does this even begin with a pencil drawing?
No.
Straight up paint.
Yeah, we're just going paint to paper and just straight to white. Like, what in the world? I don't even know where I began with this. Do you do art? Do you do
I wish I could. I will say I'm a very good doodler.
I love a doodler.
But that's only when I'm like at work, in a room and like just trying to focus on what's being said. And so I'm just and now, of course, the listeners who have said I have ADHD are going to say, gotcha, there's another thing.
Time code it. Pull it. Another instance of Bridger having ADHD. There we go. We trapped him.
But I'm like, oh, wow, that's a great little drawing that I did. But then when I'm just like at home,
Yeah.
I'm like, it ends up looking like trash.
Yeah, especially when you doodle and you're like, will someone see this?
Yes, exactly.
And that's where you got to like do it enough, the Hourglass thing, and fill the gap. Where you're like, just do it enough, and then whatever.
Do you name your paintings? Do you title
No,
them?
I'd love for you to name this if you'd like.
Oh, this is Angela's Miracle. Angela's Miracle. See, if anyone needs me to name their art,
That just came right out.
that came right out of me.
And that was And
this is what I do at home. I just name art over and over until it doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay, now I want to just give you all my art and have you name it all.
It'll be my gallery.
Angela's Miracle. That came
Angela's
right out of you.
Miracle.
You didn't even take a breath.
Not even a second. People are gasping. People cannot believe my ability.
Well, I'll tell you what that is. That's Angela's Miracle.
So you haven't named any of them. You haven't titled any of them.
And there's another one in there that I'm excited for you to name.
Okay, let's pull this up. Okay. Oh, I've already seen another thing in there, which I don't think is what you're referring to, but I'll pull out the first piece of art. Oh,
So there's two. It's kind of on both sides.
Oh, it's on both sides.
So I think during the pandemic must have went through a little painting boobs phase.
Yes, there's like this. Let's see.
So those are big boobs, and then the other one I did a boob smiley face with eyebrows.
The boobs have eyebrows.
Yeah. I don't know what you want to name those, but
this is Autumn's
Miracle. Autumn's Knockers? A Knocker's Miracle? No, I'm sorry. I'm getting in the way. I just was excited.
No, we've got to start over. Start over. This is September's Haul. There we go. And it's on both sides. So you get two pieces of art.
It's a bundle.
September's Haul. That's what I'm going to start calling all boobs.
Well, look at your September's Haul. Well, it's fall. Look at your September's Haul. That's so
Quite
funny.
a corn harvest. Wow, so two different types of boobs.
So that I think was like, because I have things that are like on official posters or canvas, and then I have ones that are just on paper where I was obviously just practicing for something else.
For a bigger project.
For a bigger set of September's Haul. And I don't know why. I think it was when like all the Instagram art girlies were posting like gorgeous maybe this is just my feed, but like silhouettes of like women's bodies.
Oh, sure. That makes sense.
And celebrating all types of feminine bodies.
Boobs with eyebrows.
And I was like, let's get in here and give it a mouth.
This actually speaks to something that's always that has happened to me too many times at this point when I'm doodling, and you often start with the eyes.
Yes.
And someone will say, often sincerely, they're asking, are those boobs? It's like, I'm in a public place drawing. What makes you think I'm the person who would start just drawing a set of boobs?
Where do you think we are?
You can't imagine one other thing that someone might be drawing that looks...
That could be two. I mean, I will say, yeah, my eyes in Angela's Miracle look like...
Those are boobs.
Boobs. Look like September Halls.
But again, if you were in the office...
And you were like, those two circles, you wouldn't be like... I mean, if you're on the playground, you'd be like, okay.
Sure.
Timmy's drawn big old
great
bazonkers.
rack.
Yeah, big old rack. But now you're like, those are eyes because we're in the workplace.
We're in the workplace. I'll let you know if they're boobs. You'll see a lot more happening here. My hand will be shaking.
Jesus, my eyes would be like, my eyes would be in front of my face.
My jaw will be on the table.
And you'd hear, "Awooga," if I was drawing boobs. But I'm being quiet because I'm drawing eyes.
Yeah, I think too many people do that. The other thing that I get often when I'm doodling is, oh, is that you? And it's like, what? This is a witch. I'm drawing a witch. Why would I be drawing myself?
Oof.
That's a weird thing to be drawing. Suddenly you're drawing yourself.
I do remember in early art classes, the self-portrait was always a lesson in everything. Being like, now do a self-portrait.
Yeah. Take a look at your 7th grade, just awkward.
Yeah, and now...
Look at yourself.
I don't know what it is. Why would anyone ever draw themselves?
I guess a lot of artists are psychos.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do it.
Self-portrait.
And you're like, oh, this is how I view myself. Cool. Cool.
There's no way you actually, absolutely no way anyone who's ever done a self-portrait has viewed themselves that way. It's a big lie.
You were being creative.
You were being that was your
Just
fun hour.
Just shut the fuck up and tell yourself that when you made your face a little disfigured, it's because you thought it would be cool to think about yourself that way. You don't actually look in the mirror and go, oh, my chin's down there. Like a Picasso. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not. Zero chance. Zero chance. But yeah, these do look like eyes or boobs. These
Now I'm like,
simply look like boobs.
I'm going back and I'm like, I really should have just went full force. I kind of did like I was like, I'll just bring like baby paintings. Not like, I should have just brought like a big old guy. And I'll send you pictures.
Do you have an absolute favorite? Is there one you're genuinely like, I'm kind of proud of this one?
I mean, this one in a sense where I'm like, I'm proud that I got out of my way enough. Because anyone actually wanting to make good art wouldn't do something like this.
Sure they would.
I think this is a sign to me of the freedom and like loneliness that I was like, no one's here. And it actually doesn't matter what I paint. Like actually nothing matters because we were in a pandemic.
That's so healthy.
Yeah. And that's why I think I like this one because all
Okay.
my other ones, it's hard to look at because I tried so hard.
Yeah, is there one you can talk about that you tried way too hard on?
Okay.
You
So
don't
I
have
have
to show
I have a
it.
recent one that I
Okay.
can show you.
Okay.
So I simply got to bring it up. I moved into this new place and I was, my friend was like, my friend that's a designer, she was like, you need to make a Pinterest board. And I was like, what are we in 8th grade? I haven't been on Pinterest in forever. I was like, can I at least make a Tumblr instead? So then I was on Pinterest and so this is a painting I saw
Okay.
and I was like, I kind of like this. It takes over this girl's whole
Oh,
wall.
sure. Okay. So this
I like
is,
how abstract it is.
Right.
And I think what I liked about it was I was like, I can do that.
Right. It's kind of like a horseshoe or a big U or
Yeah, it's like I just like how big it is.
yeah, right. It takes up so much space and it's kind of an coral color.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were looking at this.
Yeah, and then I was like, I'm not gonna measure my wall. I'm just gonna buy a canvas that I think will fit.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just gonna do this in 10 minutes. And who would have thought it would have been bad, Bridger? You ready for this?
I'll be the judge of this.
It's so sad. Doesn't fit the wall.
It's not the right size. It's unfortunately not the correct size.
Wasn't what that girl was. It's like a McDonald's red.
It's a very deep, it's like a pumpkin orange or something. And it's probably the size of, it looks like, the perspective might be wrong here, but the size of a pillow.
Yeah,
Whereas
it's
that girl
big.
had essentially a wall-size mural. This is, how big of a canvas is that?
I'm really bad at dimensions.
And you did this thing where it's you put a little curve too. Was that to make it your own?
Yes.
To say I'm not a plagiarist?
I can't just like rip this woman off.
I love it. I mean, I wonder what what my feelings on this would have been if you had just shown it to me.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing that you can stay tuned because I've doubled down and I'm gonna make this work.
Oh, you're gonna make it work. How?
So I'm already like on draft 3 of it.
Oh, you're kidding.
And I'm just adding to the same canvas.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and it got bigger.
Okay.
Like the 3 or the U of whatever that red thing is.
Right.
It's gotten bigger.
Okay.
And now I'm painting over it. I'm gonna crack it.
But you don't think that just the size itself is part of the problem? The size of the canvas?
But I won't go back and get another one. So now I've turned it to the side.
Okay.
And I've added another canvas next to it.
Oh, okay. So this is, you were making sense of it, where you're making it more purposeful.
Because I was like, I need a big canvas to make that work.
That's it. And I bet that's expensive.
Yeah. So I was like, I got to make this one $30 canvas work. And I won't stop.
And you, did it ever occur to you, like, I'll paint the wall? Or is that too high stakes?
So that did occur to me, but I was like, not with Angela's miracle hands. Like, that's just scary.
That seems kind of like it could be a life-ruining experience.
Yeah. I've always loved crafting and art and stuff, but I'm so impatient.
Right. You want it done.
I just want it to be absolutely done.
You
I
want
think
to see
part
the
of the
final
reason why I
result.
liked that original painting is because it looks like you could do it in an hour.
Right. Yeah, it does. It's kind of deceptive, I guess.
Yeah.
Where it's like, then you start and you're like, well, I guess I have to take some time and care.
Even just like doing a first coat, I was like, fine. Then it has to dry for hours.
don't talk to me about a second coat.
No.
No. If it's
Are people-
not there,
Yeah. If you live in a city, you're not doing a second coat.
give me a break.
Taxi, I gotta go. I feel like I'm being so jokey. Anytime I put podcast earmuffs on, I go, here's your clip. Joke.
Taxi.
Taxi, I gotta go.
Take me to the Empire State.
I have a meeting.
No, any type of painting, like, I can't remember what I was trying to paint, but it was something within my home, a wall or something, and I look up, like, how to paint properly, and they're like, first put a coat of primer. I'm like, well, I'm not doing it.
Primer?
Nope. I guess I'm not painting. Or at the very best, I'm doing a bad job.
Yeah.
Actually, now I remember I had to paint some brick in my yard, and they were like, first of all, you've got to put down 2 layers of primer, or whatever the hell.
For a brick?
I'm going straight to brick with paint.
We can't just paint brick?
You're looking at somebody who did.
Wow,
And it
what
worked.
a badass.
Yeah, the ultimate.
And the brick took it. It didn't need a appetizer.
No, and it's lasted at least a year.
Okay, and that's all you need.
I could have died in that year. So there you go.
I've honestly, in this conversation, I'm like, why do I like painting if I'm like so impatient? And I'm like, my friend has her grandmother's painting hanging up and it's gorgeous.
Okay, what's the
And
painting?
she never met her grandmother. It's like really abstract.
Okay.
And I'm like, I think that's when I was like, I want to paint because I was like, whoa, it's crazy that, and maybe this is so fucking theatrical and losery of me, but I was like, this is cool that she like lives on.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And I think like movies and stuff, that doesn't feel like that to me.
Well,
like,
that'll all be destroyed soon,
exactly.
I'm sure.
Or like any type of comedy ever, I'm like, that's just gonna live and die, that character or whatever. That's a joke that was for somebody. But like a painting from like your family.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I want to do that and have my daughter hang up my paintings.
I think that's lovely. Your daughter's going to have to pull a heist to get this one.
She's going to have to get into your house.
She's going to have to steal from my grandniece or something.
Yeah, because this will be hanging up.
Yeah, of course it will. Of course. This is going to be worth so much, and it's going to ruin your family. It's going to tear them apart, and they're going to be like, why does Bridger have that? Why does Bridger's great-grandniece or whatever?
Yeah, they're going to go like, was there any legal document where Bridger took ownership of Angela's miracle?
And because this podcast is purely digital, no one will put it to physical tape, which I beg for.
Come on.
This is going to vanish, and there will be no record of it.
No, unless someone transcribes it.
Transcribes.
Publishes that transcribed.
Puts on vinyl.
Yes, gets a power of attorney. I don't know why. I'm adding more red tape here.
How many times do I have to hint that this podcast needs to be put to vinyl?
Just do it, guys. You know
People
you love it.
love to put a record on the turntable, and suddenly it's this.
Yes, or just a book of it.
A book? A full transcribed book. Beautifully
You can listen to the
printed.
podcast or you can read it. Audiobooks go backwards. We can go the other way.
That's not the worst idea. What will be the first podcast that's turned into a book?
Whoa.
Fully transcribed book.
Smartless.
You know, I'm reading the 3rd book in Smartless. God bless, but
We make a joke,
it's happening.
but Bridger, that could truly happen.
There's somebody in a publishing house right now, and the wheels are turning. She's like, I'm going to get in touch with the Smartless guys.
And it's the same lady who was like, I think we should keep doing like Alice in Wonderland and all those books and just change the cover art.
Of course.
And make them look old.
Yeah.
So then you'll have Smartless and it'll look like the Bible for your dad for Father's Day.
The King James version of Smartless. I would look into it. I would browse it at an airport.
Literally, and I think it's a gift to give someone when they're like, oh, my kid loves this podcast. So I got him the book of it.
Smartless boys, reach out. This is now our idea.
Yeah.
We
have it written down.
We will sue you.
Literally.
We'll sue whatever publisher you get in touch with.
Whoever they are, we'll have a
Whoever.
meeting.
I'll
We'll
burn
take
you
a
all
meeting.
to the ground.
Yeah. You want to suit up? We'll suit up too.
Should I get this final thing out here? I've already gotten a peek at it.
I had to bring.
I'm going to set this up here so we can get just kind of boobs all the time on the podcast. This is a very straight show. Got a very horny, straight audience. Okay. Look at this gorgeous cake you've brought.
I had to bring a strawberry shortcake.
This is a stunning little cake you've got here. Why did you bring this?
Do people bring food?
Yeah, on occasion.
On occasion?
Yeah, on occasion.
I just was like, I think, because this is like like you sit together. I was like, I should bring food.
I think this is a great idea.
Yeah, and I just thought she was gorgeous.
She's such a pretty little cake.
It's so funny how we stopped icing the whole thing.
Yeah, this is a new, it's the like, oh, let's see the roughness. Let's see the reality of the cake.
Yeah, we like seeing the scaffolding.
Right, exactly. Should we, I wish we had forks or something.
Honestly, I was more...
Wow, Annalise is 2 on top of it.
See, but here's the thing. I didn't know your dietary restrictions.
I'm allergic to all of this.
You could be.
And I'll die on podcast.
No.
I'm willing to die.
Unless it's put on paper. Put it on a vinyl when you die. That's when they'll do it.
No, we'll get into this.
I don't know why. I just felt I like bringing people. I'm one of those girls that brings donuts to work.
Oh, that's such a nice thing to do.
But I think it's because it makes me feel good.
It makes you feel good. It's a selfish thing for you.
I brought the donut. Or like in theater school, I would always like bring cookies for rehearsal. Like a fucking loser. But for some reason, it just made me happy. So,
do you ever make any of the goods you bring?
Nah.
No.
I'm too impatient. And I like cooking because you can fuck around.
Oh, right. This is where you and I are opposites. Yes.
No way. Are you a baker?
I love to bake. I love to bake. And it's such a feeling when you bring a baked good and people like it. Oh, I have to like really keep myself in check because my ego is going through the roof when people are enjoying my baked goods.
Really?
But I'm like, oh, really?
Stop it.
I know they're good. I know these are great cookies.
Yeah.
That's why I brought them.
And you're exact with your...
Yes.
See, yeah, that's why I can't do that because I'm like, you fuck up one little thing and the sponge cake is not a sponge cake. It's a pudding. And that was a flour thing. That wasn't I don't know.
See, this is where... But I essentially only make cookies, which I think there's a little bit more breathing room.
A cookie-only guy.
Cookie-only man. I've made brownies. I'll make brownies.
Yeah.
But that's a cookie bar, essentially.
Oh, yeah. I'm like... I don't know what your order of operations is, but I'm number 1 brownie.
I love a brownie. But
then cookie.
Oh, then cookie. Okay.
Or then cake, maybe.
Brownie cake.
Brownie cake cookie.
You love a thing in a bar shape.
Yeah, I think I like,
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Oh, look at this. Annalise has brought a whole tea set.
Oh, my goodness. We can cut the cake.
Let's cut the cake.
Sorry, I should have warned y'all. Or brought plates.
Oh, can you imagine? Okay, I'm trying to not pull this apart and throw it on the floor. Let's see here. Oh, very nice. Okay, I'm going to cut the...
Would you like to cut?
Yeah, I would love to try. But it's also got this insane little...
Annalise, it's got a thing on it?
Could you maybe pull the tape off of the thing? Yeah, it's got a little thing holding...
Jesus,
this whole thing could fall apart. Yeah, I don't understand what the need for the plastic is. I guess they didn't trust themselves.
Yeah, it's giving insecure baker.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Annalise is slowly pulling the taped plastic ring. There we go. Oh, that seems kind of satisfying, actually.
Whoa!
Okay, now the big reveal. Gorgeous.
Thank you, Annalise. Sorry about that.
My pleasure.
Wow.
Look at how beautiful that is.
Wow, look at that. Stunning little cake. Gorgeous cake. People have got to see this cake.
What's your cookie?
Okay, my go-to baking cookie is a chocolate chip cookie. I've slowly developed the recipe using, all the recipes I've ever used.
How many years?
It's been years and years at this point. I mean, my mom is a big baker.
Oh, she is.
But
you started with her recipe?
Yes, and I didn't really start baking for myself until I moved to LA, and I had one of those little ovens that was basically from 1927.
Yeah.
That you didn't know what temperature it was or anything.
Haven't cleaned it.
Yes. And that started in probably 2012. So it's been about 13 years that I've been baking. And now the recipe, I would say, is perfect.
Can I ask off the bat, are you freezing the dough the night before?
So this is a whole other thing. Of course, the impatience.
Yeah.
I bake part of it to begin with because I need my cookie now.
Yeah.
And I'm not a planner.
And my friend lives and dies by this, and we've had arguments about it.
Interesting.
She's
What's
like,
your
if
argument?
you're not freezing, I don't know, I'm bored. She's like, if you're not making the dough the night before, it's not a good cookie.
Okay. So I'm going to hold a knife for every episode of the podcast.
I feel so casual with you with the knife. It's fun.
You do refrigerating it always helps. It always.
Who said that?
Some genius. Of course, but this is the thing. A cookie, if the recipe is good, will taste good when you bake it the first time as well.
Yeah.
The next day it'll be a little better. The next day it'll be even better. The next day will probably be the very best.
Really?
Then you've got some diminishing returns. And at that point, if you still have dough, you want to turn it into balls, put it on the cookie sheet, put all of them on the cookie sheet, put them in the freezer for 10 to 20 minutes so that they're hard, and then you can put them in a bag and freeze them all. And, later
Freeze
on,
it as a unit.
freeze it as a unit. You can't freeze the whole dough together because then that's going to be a nightmare to pull apart.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's in the fridge too long, you're playing with fire.
Yeah.
You want to refrigerate it. Those flavors are mashing together. They're becoming, the sugar is taking on the butter,
Yeah.
the vanilla, all of this.
See, now I understand. It does make sense because I have a bolognese that I perfected.
That
right?
makes sense as a flavor thing.
And it
Pasta's
took me a
very
long
good with-
time, and it took my mom's recipe and my grandma,
Mhm.
and I figured out mine, and it's better the next day.
Right. The flavors have all kind of teamed up.
Yeah, and we've met.
They've stewed, essentially.
Yeah, we found our chemistry. Now we're ready to roll.
Mhm. But I usually will make an entire thing of dough and then make two cookies, one for me, one for my boyfriend a night for like a week, essentially. And
That's so sweet. How big? Is
I think
the
it's
cookie?
I think it is kind of like I just talk about it casually now, but I think it's psycho.
Why?
I think people
just
are like-
one. A lot of people do one cookie in the sheet. It's like a new thing.
You gotta, because otherwise I'm going to eat all of them.
A lot of my TikTok girlies that I
Oh,
follow.
interesting.
do one
TikTok
cookie.
girlies. I did it first.
He did it first,
I
and
did
it's
it
in
first.
writing.
It's in the Bible version of I said no gift. Okay, let me slice.
Yeah.
I don't think I've
Crack
ever.
her open here.
How should I?
I don't.
Let
Oh, you're
me
just
go all
doing.
the
Let's just
way.
do one half each. I've never seen anyone cut a cake like that. Boom!
There's your half. Enjoy.
Thank you.
And then for me, just a sliver. No.
See? There it is.
Okay. Oh, I love a
Wow.
whipped cream.
Look at that.
I love a strawberry.
Take it.
Although I'll say that it seems like they put some sort of sugar glaze on the strawberry.
On the strawberry? Jesus, we
Let-
just can't
let it
do
shine.
God's berry.
Let it shine. The strawberry is one of the perfect foods.
I know.
I'm going to try all of this at once, though.
Oh, this is a lot.
Try to get this mashed into my mouth.
Wow. It's, fine. Well, look at that. A fine strawberry shortcake.
It's good.
I should have sought out a really nice one for you.
I think that's very good. This isn't another thing where, like, it's hard to say, but, like, contextually, if you had brought this and said you had made it,
Then I'd have you at gunpoint.
yeah, it would be interesting to see what my reaction would have been. I may have been like, this is the best strawberry shortcake I've ever had,
Are you one to blow something up if someone put a lot
No,
of...
but I think the context matters. I think to be like, wow, the work and
Yeah.
effort that was put into this, and it's good. It's not disgusting.
Yeah.
I would have been dazzled.
Dang.
And I am dazzled. I think it's good. I love whipped cream. I love strawberries. And pound cake, I think, is decent. That's my big problem with all strawberry shortcake, where I'm like, well, it's just vanilla cake.
I love pound cake.
You do? Just pure pound cake?
Because it's not asking a lot of me.
Right. It's just a simple vanilla flavor.
Yeah, it's like a muffin, but dessert. And I think I like that.
It is
Just like-
muffiny.
and I'm not an icing girl. I like it.
Mhm.
I'm not a loser.
But you could just eat a plain vanilla cake.
If it's good, yeah.
That's impressive.
Thank you so much.
I need a little razzle dazzle.
You need like a little swirl.
A swirl. I need a chocolate. Or something like this where we've dressed it up.
Yeah, she's formal.
Uh,
She's got her shoes on and a scarf.
wow, but you're a brownie person first.
Yeah, here's how it is.
Okay.
I'm just going to raw dog it. Brownie, cake,
Okay.
cookie,
Mm-hmm.
ice cream,
Okay.
pie.
Interesting. And can you name out of those categories like, well, brownie is a brownie? Or is there a type of brownie you like?
See, I'm going just like the bare bones, what they are.
Right, just a chocolate.
I'd say just like, yeah, not a blondie isn't a brownie.
Blondie is not a brownie. It's a different bar. It's a blondie.
To me, a blondie's close to a biscuit. Or a biscotti.
A blondie is more in the line of cake, almost.
Yeah, it's hard cake.
Yeah, it's old, stiff cake.
Or a blondie is a thick cookie.
Yeah, or a too soft cookie.
Yeah, I think I like with brownies. I like I like them to be dense and cake-like.
Right, I need it to be in a very intense flavor.
Yeah. What's at your top? Cookie, obviously.
Chocolate chip cookie within the cookie category.
Yeah.
I mean, almost all cookies.
All cookies, yeah.
As long as they have some type of chocolate in them.
Okay.
A lot of like a ginger snap, I could take or leave.
I've never thought that there's like a lot of fruit in cake and pie, not a lot of fruit cookies.
No, there are very few fruit cookies. My mom makes an apricot cookie.
Whoa.
It's very good, but it's almost like a little pie.
Yeah, it's a mini little pie.
But chocolate chip cookie category. Next is brownies.
Yeah, okay.
Exact type of brownie as you, or a peanut butter brownie or a cheesecake brownie.
Whoa.
Almost any type of brownie, as long as I don't like a frosting on a brownie. I don't really care for that.
Me either. I kind of like a corner piece.
Yeah, I love a corner. I could, essentially, as long as it doesn't have something slathered across the top.
Yeah.
Third for me, ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
/ milkshake.
Great.
I love a milkshake. Fourth, I think, is a tie between cake and pie.
Wow, you put
And they have to
cake
be
next
very
pie.
good because they're both commitments.
They are.
They're both
And you did cut yourself a small cookie-like piece.
And I say, you haven't finished yours. Is there something wrong with the cake, Angela? You don't like the cake?
The half a cake?
Are you not hungry? No, cake and pie, I think, are higher stakes. They're a bigger commitment. And it's very rare that I will seek out a cake. The one place I'll get cake, have you ever been to Quarter Sheets in Los Angeles?
Quarter Sheets?
The
No.
pizza place.
Oh, yes. I was going to say, are you talking about, I've never had their cake.
Their cake is, I never order dessert at any restaurant ever.
Me either.
This is the one place that every single time. They have a princess cake that is so beautiful, so delicious.
What's a princess cake?
You've probably seen one before. They have like
With the Barbie in the middle? That's what a princess cake is to me.
It's full of plastic doll parts.
But have you seen those? The Barbie?
Oh, wait, that's a real thing?
It's a thing. So it's a Barbie, and then the cake is on the
Oh,
side.
it's like her dress.
It's her dress.
You're right. No, that's a skirt cake. That's a skirt
No,
cake.
that's a princess cake.
No, a princess cake is like a green, like beautiful, like minty green color.
Fondant on top?
Yes. And then, and I'm not crazy about, actually it's marzipan. That's
Thank
why
you.
I like it. Because it's more of a flavored thing. It's
Copy.
the thinking man's fondant, because fondant is essentially plastic.
And marzipan is...
It's like an almondy
Got it.
stuff. And then it's got white cake, raspberry, and whipped cream.
I know exactly what this is.
And I will say a lot of princess cakes are not that good. They're too sweet. They're like too almondy. Quarter Sheets, I think it's a husband and wife duo. And the pizza's unbelievable. The cake
pizza's
is unbelievable.
incredible.
And weekly they have a different sheet cake. So if you can get there in time, you
For
get
the
to try
princess.
this thoughtful sheet cake that's always interesting and fantastic.
I'm doing that this week, Bridger.
Good luck. You got to get a reservation. This place is impossible to
it
get
is.
into
It
at this
is.
point. They should reach out.
They should
Quarter
reach
Sheets
out.
reach out.
I got cake and art for you. Just invite me. Reach out.
No, the cake is unlike any cake I've ever eaten before. So that's the sort of cake that I enjoy.
Okay.
A regular birthday cake, if I'm at a birthday party and someone says, do you want some cake?
Nah.
I ate before I came. I ate cake before I came.
I had cake on the way. So for your birthday, you're not. I had some cake.
Had it on the bus.
I had car cake. So for your birthday, are you blowing a candle out of a cookie?
I'll usually have a cake.
Yeah, and you're like, whatever.
And I'll be like, does everyone else want some of this cake that somebody thoughtfully got for me?
I'm so glad I brought this cake.
I liked it. And it's morning. It's like we're not even
It's like,
it's lunchtime at this point. And this is a nice I consider anything without chocolate breakfast.
I completely agree, especially if you put a fruit on it.
Oh, of course. It's just like this is essentially I could have woken up and had this with coffee.
This is a parfait.
This is a parfait. Should have more parfaits for breakfast.
Oh, I went through a huge parfait phase in high school.
What were you putting in your parfait?
I was just really obsessed with the Starbucks one.
I didn't know Starbucks had a parfait.
I don't think they still do, but it was like I would get like a Frappuccino and a parfait.
Oh my God.
And my digestive system was a tank. when I was in middle school and high school.
You have to take advantage of that.
You do. We don't talk about that anymore.
Why are adults not telling children,
Run.
go for it?
Do it now.
Absolutely go crazy.
You will be fine.
The window is closing.
Literally, do it now.
Your body is a furnace, and you can throw whatever you want in there.
Oh, and you can prep and have a veggie every once in a while.
Sure.
Because that will be the rest of your life.
Yes. Should get used to the idea.
Yeah, but you could do whatever you want.
Have a frap and parf.
Oh, yeah. Frap and parf frap in your breakfast. Your lunch, you're having hot Cheetos, maybe another frap.
Wash it down with some gravy.
Yeah, and for dinner my mother would come home at 9 p.m. with El Pollo Loco and be like, sorry! And she'd throw it on the table.
Then get into the bird feeder and have some sugar water.
If I ate what I used to eat, that days I would be...
Oh, my health would crater.
Incapacitated. It would be like I went to Coachella for 3 weeks.
Yes.
I'd be like, put me away.
It's just not a thing. It's not a possibility for an adult body. It doesn't it feels bad.
It's almost like I broke my arm last year,
Mhm.
and I remember the guy was I was like, the vet. The doctor was he was like, you need to keep this on for months. And I was like, wow, when I was little, I remember breaking my arm all the time, and it was a week, 2 weeks.
Breaking your arm all the time.
I was I broke my arm twice.
Were you a pro skater?
No, I was just one of those kids.
Right.
But it was crazy to me because they was a lot of kids, sometimes we don't even need a cast and we just put it on there. But their bodies just heal really fast.
Wow,
And this doctor
Wolverine.
goes, and we're slowly dying. So
Yeah, of course. Your body's well, why would
I
I?
was
Why bother? I'll leave it.
it's just going to take me so long to rebuild this.
Wow. So how long did you have the cast on for?
2 months.
How did you break your arm?
Oh, here's a story
Let's
of our
hear it.
dear friend Patrick McDonald.
Oh my God, we love Patrick McDonald.
I went to a birthday party at a roller rink,
Okay.
and I was just roller skating.
Mm-hmm.
Took a mighty tumble,
Oh.
landed on my wrist in such a way
Oh.
that was so bad. Because I was dancing. I think it was
Okay, right.
I was dancing
Mhm.
and fell on my wrist so bad. And Patrick was there, and I've never seen him completely
Did he go to an emergency mode?
no, almost in the opposite. Where
Oh, he
he's
was making fun of you.
or he was just oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I was like, yeah, what do I do? And for some reason, him and I both thought in that state where my wrist was like this.
Oh.
And he was like, we have to get the doctor at the Moonlight Roller Rink. And we were like, do you guys have the doctor?
Dr. Roller
We
Skate,
thought that-
PhD.
and for some reason, we both were like, we'll just wait here for the doctor. And then 20 minutes later, a 16-year-old comes up with an ice pack, a frozen thing of peas. and
Were
it's
they on skates?
Hey, girly. Yeah. Hey, girly, I'm so sorry. This happens all the time. Just put this on there. And we were like, but what about the doctor? And I was so out of it. And Patrick was so oh, no, we need a doctor.
Oh. And so then were you driven to the hospital? What happened?
Yeah, Patrick, I was like, Pat, I think you need to sit here and have some water.
Yeah,
he was
he's going to pass out.
He wasn't well. And my friend was like, my friend that's the opposite, which is get in my car. I already have it rooted. Got me in my car and got me in her car, and we handled it. Why was I talking about? Oh, yeah, because
I like to think I'm that person that in an emergency, the adrenaline kicks in and I become this calm, I can figure it out.
are you?
I don't want to find out.
You don't want to find
I
out.
would rather not
Yeah.
find out.
I think I'm very much at make that person feel not in panic.
Right.
But then I think I can downplay because I'm
Too
you're
much.
fine. You're
right.
fine.
You're now gaslighting.
Yeah, and I got to
they're
be careful.
believing you.
Yeah. My friend had something in her eye, and I was like, you don't. and it was so actually sad. It was a wedding. We were all bridesmaids. She's like, it's really in my eye. I really can't take pictures. I went, yes, you can. I did it in a thoughtful
Smile.
way, but what a cunt of me. I was like, honestly, I'm looking at your eye. I don't see anything.
That's very stage mom.
Yeah, I was like, we just got to keep going. We need to take the
The
pictures.
pageant is almost over.
We need just smile and sit up straight.
There's a trophy on the line. There's a tiara on the line. Wow. Okay, but I don't want you or Patrick around
Yeah, no.
for my
Poor
emergency.
guy.
I want to be alone in an emergency and see how I deal with it.
And just, hey, Alexa.
Finish me off. Okay, well, I think we should play a game.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's play a game called. Let's see, Annalise, what was the last game we played?
I think that it was gift or a curse.
Okay, I think we should play Gift Master. I need a number between 1 and 10 from you.
4.
Okay, I have to do some light calculating to get our game piece. Game pieces.
Okay.
So you can promote, recommend, do whatever you want with the microphone.
While you're calculating.
Right back, yes.
Okay. Hey guys, what's up? I'm gonna promote. Oh yeah, I'll promote me and Patrick's podcast. Bridger's been on it. It's really fun. Artists on artists on artists on artists. For artists, we have a Patreon. We also do funny, silly things. Bridger's episode's super fun. Besides that, I'm gonna promote anyone making an authentic strawberry shortcake. Good for you, because the store-bought ones, they don't hit as hard. They just don't. Oh my God, what are you calculating? I can't focus. I tried it a second time. It's fine still.
It's a good cake.
We let it sit for 20 minutes. Still tastes the same.
It's a good cake. I've got our game pieces.
Okay.
This is how we play Gift Master. I'm going to name 3 things, 3 gifts that you can give away. 3 objects, experiences, what have you. I'm going to name 3 celebrities. You're going to tell me which celebrity you would give.
Yes! Yes!
Which gift and why.
Yes!
Does that make sense?
Yes!
I hope you totally failed.
I go, hey, what was the rules?
59.
Fuck that gift, kill that gift, marry that gift.
Okay, you understand perfectly. Do I have anything to recommend? No, I already talked about the Patreon listener. Get into it. Do I have anything outside of my own selfish self-promotion to recommend? I already recommended Little House on the Prairie.
They need all the help they can get.
I guess we got nothing else to recommend. My apologies. Forgive me, artists of the world. Artists on Artists is an excellent podcast. It's so funny, and I had such a good time doing it.
So funny.
Okay. I'm going to name the 3 gifts. And the celebrities, you get it.
Got it.
Okay, the 3 celebrities today are number 1, Benson Boone.
Copy.
Number 2, Erykah Badu.
Oh my God, I love Erykah Badu.
Kind of opposite ends of the taste spectrum, I would say.
Yeah, different playlists.
And number 3 is Dennis the Menace. Now, Dennis the Menace is just a cartoon character.
It's like
little
the
boy
Rizzler's
who's
friend. That's what it sounds
Dennis
like.
the Menace is just kind of a local menace. Little blonde menace.
Is he a cartoon?
It was. I believe it started as a comic strip, probably in the 1870s.
Okay.
Became a cartoon, became a movie.
Okay.
Movies, maybe? I don't know. And the 3 gifts you're going to be giving away today are, number 1, one weird long hair on their neck. Okay.
It belongs on them?
It's on them, yes.
It belongs, okay.
It belongs on them.
Thank you.
Number 2, 4-star accommodations. So not 5-star, not 3-star.
A 4-star
4-star accommodations. And number 3, a sense of play.
We don't need to give Benson Boone a sense of play. Because I think he's got enough.
What a playful guy.
What a playful. If he's not flipping around, I don't know what else is playful. He's playful.
He's a playful spirit.
And he's like, let me try to be Harry Styles. Let me be playful. Sorry, that was rude. Sorry, that was so rude.
That was cruel.
That was so rude. Okay. I'm giving my girl Erykah Badu a sense of play.
Oh, why?
Not because I think she needs it, but I'm doing it because I think just she deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think she has it. But
I think she already has
it.
Exactly. I think a new dose of it, like a vitamin, it's always good. You know what I mean?
Course.
And I don't want to give Dennis the Menace or Benson Boone it. And that's kind of why I'm giving it to Erykah.
That's logical. That makes perfect sense.
And I think I actually trust her to re-gift it well.
Right. If she need to.
Yeah.
She can have that in her gift closet.
Yeah. Then I'm giving Dennis the Menace a long hair.
One gross long hair.
One gross long hair on him. I'm giving him that because I think comic strips don't have a lot of good facial hair.
Oh, interesting. They really don't.
It's a lot of just like cartoons too. It's just like we don't see like disgusting ingrown hairs.
Yeah, a lot of clean faces.
A lot of clean faces.
You're not seeing
clean legs.
I feel like you're not even seeing beards that often within the comic strips.
No
right?
bushes, no beards.
Zero bush.
No. Show me a comic strip with a bush. Please. Listeners, recommend me some. That's insane. And then, I'm giving Benson Boone the 4-star accommodations. Because it's nice.
Sure.
And it's not that nice.
Yeah, it feels like he's probably at this point, he's probably being showered with 5-star accommodations. And he's probably getting spoiled.
Yes, and I think it's good for someone popping off to not have the best of everything. I think you should change it up. And you should get a 4-star something and go, Mm-hmm.
His sense of play is at risk.
I think I answered it correctly.
And
I know it's subjective.
No, I think that, maybe first time of the history of this game, it's just correct.
I'm so annoying. I think I did it right.
That's an A+, an absolute A+.
Oh my God, didn't know we were being graded.
You are now. And I think you did a great job. And Benson, good luck with the good but not perfect hotel.
Just be nice.
Do a backflip off the bed.
Yeah, they're doing their best.
They're doing their best. They're doing their absolute best. Okay, and now Annalise has a gift or a curse yes, we didn't play this game. Annalise is going to give us a thing, and they're going to ask us if it's a gift or a curse and why.
Okay.
And then we'll answer and see who's correct, because Annalise has the correct answer.
Okay.
All right.
Annalise?
Gift or a curse? The Fast and Furious franchise.
Do you want to go or should I go?
I'm gagged. You have to go first. To people or to us?
And again, we don't get any more information.
Okay.
So we have to think about this international blockbusting franchise.
Like 10 years of stuff.
It does great numbers in every territory and is about a sense of family and maybe a sense of play.
Maybe a little.
I'm going to say the Fast and the Furious franchise. Oh, for me, I'm going to say it's a curse. I'm going to say these are the Fast and the Furious films I've seen. Number 1, I've seen... Oh, and I think...
What?
I think I've seen that one, and then I've seen the spin-off called Hobbs and Shaw, which was the top 3 most exhausting film experiences of my entire life. It was worse than watching a video game cutscene. There was absolutely nothing there for me. I'm going to say, ultimately, curse. They're not for me. And this is the other thing. This is the thing about Fast and the Furious. Well, they're actually really good movies.
Yeah.
This is every time. Start with number 4. They're amazing movies. You've got to see they're great movies. Then I watch them and I say, I don't think so.
But that's what we're saying.
Just because it's about men getting along with each other over stolen cars and,
there's one girl always.
Yeah, there's one girl. She's one of the guys.
Yeah.
She's always got to be one of the guys. I've been told too many times they're great movies. They're actually great movies. And then I watch it and I'm like, I guess for what it is, but
yeah,
I don't care. And then I saw this Hobbs and Shaw. Well, now I guess I'm lying because I've only seen the Hobbs and Shaw, which I think people hate.
I think, yeah.
And then I saw the first one, which I will say is a bad movie. And now the car and Fast and the Furious community is going to come after me. They're not for me, not my cup of tea. I think it's a curse.
Well, if it's coming after you, it's coming after me too, because I think it's a curse. I think it's a curse to me and to others that movies got to be like that. Once we passed like 4 or 5 of them, now it was like now it's kind of got to be like that. And that's what a curse is. It's things repeating over and over and over again. And it's being stuck in the same sin.
Inescapable.
Inescapable. And I think that, and I am mixing it up with the Transformers franchise.
Oh, yeah, and that's worse.
Same shit. I think same curse, different machine. One's family, one's robots. I do love a family story. I love an ensemble movie.
Of course.
Don't get me wrong.
We love to see everyone getting along.
But I think this is a curse because it's the kind of the same thing. It's kind of putting audiences on the same like male, let's drive fast thing.
Yes. This is the other thing I'll say. Fast and the Furious is a curse because every man that goes to see those movies, as he's driving out of the parking lot of the movie theater, is going a little bit too fast. He's thinking, I'm in the movie now.
Yes.
He's blasting his music.
Yes.
He thinks I'm Hobbs.
Truly, I think like every time you see someone like be a little dickish on the road,
They're thinking, look at me, I'm Shaw.
they're like
Is
listening
Shaw
to
the
like
character?
a Flo Rida song in their head.
Yes,
And
exactly.
they're like, gotta go. And like that's really fun and good escapism, and I get it. And I do that with
Sure.
other shit in my life, but not on the road, boys.
No, keep it off the road. Keep it off the highways.
Is there a girl boss, Fast and Furious?
Oh, like a full?
Where it was like, she's his daughter.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
That I'll watch.
There we
Okay.
go. Who did Ocean's 8?
Yeah.
Get
Do
them
that.
on this. Fast and the Furious girl boss.
Yeah, Fast and the Furious curly hair. That was so bad. I'm hitting such a massive wall. I'm becoming a bad time. Next.
Annalise, what's the answer?
I'm sorry. It's
Oh,
a gift.
turn off the mic.
It's
It's a
a
gift.
gift. It's
Beep.
a gift. It unites so many different kinds of people. I've met the most random people who happen to love this franchise. There's so little that brings us together. And you know what? Isn't family always a gift? Let's be real.
No!
Watch any movie about Thanksgiving.
It's awful. It's a trap, a curse, and bad.
Annalise, I wish this window could like darken and I could like push a tint so I didn't have to even look at you.
No, you're going to have to stare directly into my eyes when I tell you the Fast and the Furious franchise, a gift.
If you wouldn't mind in editing, just remove you saying it's a gift and say it's a curse. You can use my voice, curse.
Literally, curse, curse, curse.
Curse, curse, curse.
This is Annalise's clean audio saying it's a curse. Beep, beep. Put in like a car runt engine.
Yeah, revving, men screaming and fighting with each other. Okay, well, Annalise, unfortunately, is out of control and wrong. And we were correct this time. Thank you, Annalise. And this is the final segment of the podcast. It's called I Said No Emails. People write into ISaidNoGifts@gmail.com.
Yes.
They'll send their voicemails. They'll send emails. They're begging for questions. Will you help me answer a question? Okay. This first one, actually, let's do a quick one. This is from a Patreon. It's from a listener named Rick. What is your favorite 1990s TV show? I think this is a nice, quick answer one.
Oh. Seventh Heaven.
Oh, I never saw it.
I really love it. It's so weird.
And is this, I hate to say it, the one where the guy ended up being
Oh no, really? The main actor?
I don't know.
Probably. Name a 1990s show that wasn't. I'm not normalizing. You know what I mean?
I need to see Seventh Heaven. I bet I would love that now.
I don't think you need to, but on the same lines as you need to see the raccoon from.
Now, don't put those two in the same category. But I bet I would love Seventh Heaven. This feels like it would be a weird show to watch.
Yeah, it was so weird. And I think it has a funny memory in my heart because my mom used to use it as like a teaching mechanism for me.
Oh,
where
right.
like anytime like the daughter in the show would lie to her mom, my mom would be in the other room and be like, you see, that's not good. She's lying and that's not that good. Don't you think that? And it worked every time for me. So
I think that's a great answer. It's a
thanks.
great classic piece
What's
of
yours?
TV. My sincere answer is probably Strangers with Candy.
Oh,
I think
wow.
Strangers with Candy is probably number one. But I feel like there's a bunch of ties. It's like that. I love News Radio. I love Futurama. There are a bunch of great shows, of course, from that decade. All kinds of wonderful programs.
I don't know if Cat Dog on Cartoon Network was the 2000s or the 90s.
That feels 2000s, right?
That's why that came to mind for some
Right.
reason.
We'll count it. Okay, now let's answer a problem real quick here. This is Dearest Bridget. Okay, and I don't know if that was on purpose or autocorrect or whatever, but I'm insulted either way. And shameful guest. My stepmom was at my house before going on a vacation and asked if I had any good books she could borrow and said she promises she'd give it back. It's been over a year and she hasn't returned the book. I asked her if she ever finished it, and she said she accidentally left it on the plane and that she'd get me a replacement copy. That was months ago. I want my book back as I really liked the book, and it's the principle of it all. How do I get her to get my book? Many thanks, and that's Casey. Stepmom trouble.
Ooh. How do you get your book back?
How do you get the book back?
So she said she would replace it, and she has not.
And she left it on the plane. She would get it back, come hell or high water, and it hasn't come back to her yet. So how do you, I mean, my mind immediately goes to the ultimate lender of books is the library.
Yes.
What happens when you don't return the book to the library? They start to fine you.
Yes.
When you don't pay the fine, what happens? They call collections.
I didn't know that.
That may or may not be true, but that's where my mind goes.
I still have a UCLA book that I have from going there.
Just destroying
and I got
your
an email
credit.
recently. And I was like, what do you have on me?
Your credit is -50.
Oh, give me a bad grade 5 years later, 6 years later.
So, I mean, now, when I think library calling collections on you, maybe the repo man is now driving away in your car.
Yeah.
Why not
Why not do
try
that with
that
your
out
mother-in-law?
here? Yes. Stepmom.
Stepmom, I'm so sorry.
Or your mother-in-law, if you just have that sense of play we're all talking about. It's all a buzz.
I heard her leaving it on the plane. I went, that's a mother-in-law.
That's a real mother-in-law
But that's a
move.
stepmom. Got it.
Yeah, I don't know how you call collections on somebody, or if that's something you have to do through official channels, or if you just fill out a report. But to destroy this woman's credit and maybe have her car repoed or TV taken.
Take to Reddit.
Take to Reddit. There we go. Kind
Yelp.
of just dox her completely.
Just dox her. I don't know what you do in a way that's like,
Get
make
me my
this
book.
right.
How many times do I have to ask you?
Like, for Christmas, do you get her the book again?
Oh,
And go, now make this right. Give it to me.
That's not a bad idea, but then you pay for it.
I know, and that's not the right thing. But then do you get the satisfaction of seeing her know that she messed up and you paid for it and fixed her problem? But you're right. It's the principle of it.
Principle of it, and this person's out of control and irresponsible. Ultimately, I think the most you can do is take some money from her wallet. And
then buy yourself the book.
Buy yourself the book. Treat yourself with the $50 you took out of stepmom's wallet.
Go into her wallet. But it's your money.
It is your money.
Find however much that book goes for right now.
Yes.
Okay? And whatever money she's holding that is that amount, that's your money.
And maybe a little money for ice cream.
A little something for a cookie.
For the drive home.
Yeah, get some for the drive home.
And then the stepmom will hopefully learn her lesson. If she doesn't, dad can divorce her. He's done it before. He'll do it again. That's all I'm saying. Well, Casey, there you got the perfect answer. Don't write back in. Wow. Well, we've got this gorgeous cake. I have these beautiful paintings. I'm so thrilled about them. I'm so thrilled that you're coming out into the light. You're bringing your hobby into the light. I think that's a genuinely terrifying thing to do.
Yeah.
If I had any skill or hobby that I was able to present to other people, I just couldn't do it.
Especially when you want it to be private.
Yes, when you want it to be a deeply private affair, then you blow it out publicly.
But then it feels weird to throw it away.
Oh, yeah.
And it feels weird to genuinely give to someone.
Right.
So why not?
Genuinely giving a piece of your art to somebody, that's like writing a song about somebody.
That's like a self-portrait a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little...
What are you doing?
Now our relationship is what? Wait, you think we're that good of friends?
Someone painted my face and their face together and gave that to me once.
That's true?
Yeah. An old boyfriend in
Oh,
high school.
it's over.
It's done. Lock it up.
No, thank you.
No,
Good
thank
grief.
you. And I looked ugly in it. At least give me big knockers.
Yeah. Well, I've had a wonderful time with you.
Thank you for having me. I'm sorry about this.
Yeah, thank you for the apology. Listener, the podcast is over. If you have some cake, do with that what you want. Go do something nice for yourself. Get your dad to divorce your stepmom. I don't know. The podcast is over. I love you. Goodbye.